Hello everybody, my name is Craft, and welcome to today's video. Today's video will include my predictions for Wave 6 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. To start off today's video, I encourage you all to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Without further ado, let's go! To say these past 5 waves have been a blast is an understatement. There have been so many cool courses now, and some cool new features too that shake up the game a bit. But all that must come to an end at some point. Just a heads up, the following video will contain heavy spoilers regarding data mines and internal files related to Tour and 8 Deluxe. You have been warned. If you're okay with that, you can proceed on with the video. But if you are not, I have a timestamp right here that will guide you right to my predictions. Got that? Good. Now the first thing we have to consider is the Prefix leak. On March 17th, 2022, a user by the name of FishGuy6564 posted a data mine containing prefixes for the upcoming courses in each wave. This would in fact turn out to be 100% true for Wave 2 when it was announced on July 28th, 2022, just about 4 months later. Unfortunately, there'd be a bit of jumbling around with the prefixes, as evident by them not directly matching up with their intended prefixes. But there are internal code numbers called CNSWs with an underscore in them, as well as a first number ranging from 1 to 6, indicating their wave, and a second number ranging from 1 to 8, indicating their placement in the wave. For example, GCN Waluigi Stadium is CNSW_36, Wave 3, Course 6, also known as the second of the Moon Cup. But in reality, this place is CNSW_46, which is where DS Mario Circuit is slotted. But you get the picture here, right? For a while, people thought, myself included, that CNSW_63, Wave 6, Course 3 would be a Nitro, and so there's a blank prefix. But Wii Moonview Highway came in to throw that idea out the door. The third Nitro might have been planned between Waves 1 and 2, but was probably scrapped or was merely a placeholder prefix. Which goes against their nature, since all blank prefixes have been Nitros. But I digress. Nintendo, am I right? Ugh, they always want us to think that they're predictable as always, but then they throw us in for a loop. More on that later. Anyways, let us now get into the actual predictions themselves. For the first track of the 8th Cup, we have Madrid Drive. Originally I had this up in the Spiny Shell Cup, but after playing through it in Tour and comparing it to Rome Avanti, I do feel that this course would make for a strong start to the final wave of the Booster Course Pass. Much like how Athens Dash did for Wave 5. Also, the time setting really made a difference here. I originally did think it would be sunrise or sunset. Had it been that, I probably would have put it in the Spiny Cup. But it's not, so I think it fits here better. Side note, I absolutely love Madrid Drive. You guys who have not played it yet before, for whatever reason it may be, will enjoy it for sure. And before you ask, no, I will not be predicting routes for the cities. They aren't the most predictable thing to do. Anyways, for the second track of the Acorn Cup, I'm predicting SNES Bowser Castle 3. Wii and 7 had their GBA Bowser Castle tracks in the second slots, with N64 closing out the Lightning Cup in Wii. Although this is SNES Bowser Castle, I don't see why they want to do it again, since the Bowser Castle and it's on the relatively simpler side, and simpler courses have usually been second slots, and the other SNES track in the Booster Course Pass is the second of the Tournament Cup, SNES Mario Circuit 3. Okay, maybe that was just a coincidence. But anyways. Also, I think they will change the skybox a bit since, yeah, I don't think that would work in Deluxe. Maybe something significantly more toned down like Bangkok Rush, but maybe a little bit more orange, but not by too much, since this should look eerie. Anyways, onward to the third track, which the third track of the Acorn Cup will be GCN Mushroom Bridge. It's such a nice remake, and I feel that it rightfully deserves its inclusion back in 8 Deluxe after the awful remake of DS. Yeah, no. As much as I would love to see it make its grand return, unfortunately, after careful consideration, I decided to go with a different track, which is Wii Daisy Circuit. Fair warning, this one does contain spoilers, so skip to the time frame on screen if you don't want to hear this. Got it? Good. Anyways, away we go. Mushroom Bridge, I feel, was most definitely planned to be CNSW_56. But for some unknown reason, I feel, was scrapped with some track taking its place. It is also very possible that at some point, Third Nitro was playing this CNSW_63, but was scrapped altogether from Tour and Deluxe entirely. As a result, they figured it would be fine to have CNSW_63 be moved to Highway since Bridge, a much simpler track, was planned to be CNSW56 and would fit Wave 5 better. Whereas Windview would definitely fit Wave 6 better. This also makes sense as they probably wanted to have a Wii track in each wave. That's why they pushed up Maple Tree layout to Wave 3. Which would then lead to a bunch of prefixes getting swapped around, but in a way that would make a ton of sense given the tracks, which would end up in the wave together. But there would be a huge problem with this. With Bridge being scrapped for some unknown reason, they needed a track to replace it. So they could have decided on Daisy Circuit, which would have fit Wave 5 had it not been for Daisy Cruiser being CNSW_46, but ultimately being pushed up to Wave 5. Because of Daisy's Cruiser being relatively on the more simple side in its overall design and atmosphere, as well as fitting Wave 5 better than 6, as there was no way a track like Cruiser would have fit Wave 6, they decided to put it Moonview in Wave 5 over Daisy Circuit, which replaced the codename of CNSW56 with Wave 6 as they didn't want to have two Daisy tracks in the same wave. One could make the argument that Daisy Circuit is simpler than Moonview Highway, but Daisy Circuit's layout is a bit more turns, could better fit Wave 6 as a whole. Not only that, Daisy Circuit being a Wave 6 makes sense since it has a sunset background, kind of acting as a closure to the whole Booster Course Pass. Much like Sunset Wild, so maybe that's another reason why they could put it in Wave 6, even if they could just change Daisy Circuit Skylock to be something other than Sunset. But I don't think they're going to do that. For Daisy Circuit's placement, up until this point, the tracks have either been in the third slot or close in a cup. Wii Coconut Mall was the fourth of the Golden Dash. Mushroom Gorge was the third of the Propeller Cup. And DK Summit was the third of the Fruit. Moonview Highway, the third of the Feather. Koopa Cape, the third of the Double Cherry Cup. And that's pretty much where it has been so far. So it would make a lot of sense to have Daisy Circuit be third, kind of make things go in a pattern of some sort. And as much as I would love to predict GC and Mushroom Bridge, since this deserves to get in more in this slot, I feel it's probably just going to be Wii Daisy Circuit. Because I think a lot of people don't understand the difference between a wish list and a prediction. If this was my wish list, I would put in GC and Mushroom Bridge, but this is my prediction, so I am going to put in Wii Daisy Circuit. If I'm wrong, we get a better track. I cannot be disappointed because even though this is pretty much a good track, I really can't be disappointed since it would really nicely fit into Deluxe Wave 6 as a whole. For the closer of the Acorn Cup, we are without a doubt getting one of the Piranha Plant themed Nitros here. Which one? Well, I'm thinking Piranha Plant Cove. Without a doubt, my favorite course in all of Core. It's an absolute banger for an. Weirdly enough, it's the only Nitro to get 3 variants like a city. So it only makes sense for it to have it close a cup like Vancouver and Singapore. Anyways, now we're on to the last cup. The Spiny Shell Cup. For the first course, there is only one way to open it up, and to open it up in a bang. There's only one city left, and that's Romozanti. It's the perfect mix between ambitious, difficulty in its gameplay, and it's also very relaxed in its music and a nice way to send off the final cup. Surely one of the best cities Mario Kart Tour has to offer. I know you all will love this city too, it's amazing in every way. Anyways, second course time. Alright, I'm going to keep it real with you all. I think everybody and their mother is expecting some form of jungle course from the Double Dash game. But which one? Well, I was always split, but leaned way heavily into Dino Jungle at first. But I do think Nintendo has decided to do some shifting around, cut some courses, and may replace some too. Which is why I think DK Mountain will be getting in over Dino Jungle. The main reason is that it was rendered around the same time as a lot of the other courses in the Booster Course Pass, according to KoopaV, Poly001, Traniax, as well as the rest of the Datamine team for Mario Kart Tour. You guys are absolute legends. But also because Dino Jungle is just a direct port from Mario Kart 7 with very minimal changes, if none at all. Whereas DK Mountain got a bit more changes, but was changed a bit more than Dino Jungle, which was being ported between it. And no, the scaling does not mean anything, just a direct port from Wii. Scaled down from Wii to fit Tour will probably be scaled up again to fit a Deluxe. But, interestingly enough, I do think the original plan was for Dino Jungle to be under CNSW_66, but I believe it turned into DK Mountain for whatever reason. Anyways, number 3, I'm just gonna say it right now, Piranha Plant Pipeline. It's the last Tour Nitro left to be used in my predictions as a whole, as well as the Booster Course Pass as a whole. It'll be a nice way to come before what I feel is the best and only way to finish this DLC, make for a nice penultimate course. So without further ado, it's time to end the Booster Course Pass with an absolute banger. It all starts with a road, a Rainbow Road. Wii Rainbow Road is the last remaining retro Rainbow Road, and they will not let this one to waste at all. There is still CNSW_68 left, which is a Wii prefix, and I do believe the plan was always to end with this. And with that, that's my predictions for the courses of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Wave 6. But that's not all. There's still 2 things left to discuss. First off, let's start with the characters. The first character I am very confident will make it in is Alma. She feels born to be an 8 Deluxe, and she's been pushed a lot in recent media, especially Super Mario Odyssey. And she's in Tour, so she is definitely possible. This may shock a lot of you given who my favorite character in Mario Kart is, but I will not be disappointed if it happens, which I'm predicting it will, given what's been in the Booster Course Pass. The final character in all of the Booster Course Pass will be Nabbit. Ironically enough, I originally predicted Diddy, and then I actually originally decided on Funky here. But Nabbit has also been pushed very heavily with newer Mario games, and with the brand new game of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, he's technically a hero, but he's also kind of been a villain before. In the new Super Mario Bros. U game, he'll also fit very nicely alongside the KoopaVs. Anyways, our final thing to discuss today is the release date. Away we go. If you're wondering how spotlights work if you're new here, they basically show up the new courses until the next one. They're basically a countdown to the next wave. A certain pattern wasn't, and as of right now is not broken. One is that for each spotlight for Nintendo Japan is normally a 7-day wait. So basically each Thursday night, that's when we get a spotlight for Japan. According to my friend Secrative of Wii Rainbow Road, there's one pattern he noticed, and we might not wait long to figure it out. Let's look at the last 2 spotlights. 3DS Rainbow Road's spotlight for Japan was on February 23rd, and apart from March 2nd for the reveal trailer was 6 days. Tour Singapore Speedway spotlight for Japan was on June 29th, and apart from July 6th was again 6 days. And how the counting works is this. We don't count the trailer of the day. For example, for 3DS Rainbow Road, February 23rd for Japan, we counted the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and the 1st. But you don't count the 2nd since that's the trailer. For Tour Singapore Speedway, I counted the 30th. Well, he counted the 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the 5th, but he didn't count it the 6th because, again, that was the trailer. So with Wave 6, it's the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Notice that he didn't count the 12th because that is Wave 6 trailer. According to Secretive's math, he has concluded that the release date. The spotlights for Nintendo Japan for Wave 5 will be done by October 5th. Given we do the same 6-day count, although November is the best case scenario to see the courses for Wave 6, an October trailer/release is not out of the question due to the spotlights wrapping up on October 5th. And Using his math, I'm predicting the reveal trailer for Wave 6 will be on October 12th. Release in Credit to Nocturne 201 will be after Wonder, October 25th, since they likely do not want to have releases coincide or be too close. With that, I am signing off. Until next time, friends, see you all on the flip side, and peace